All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Indianapolis Colts. This is taken at the 3. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go, set, 60 or.
I got you. I got you.
Joker, 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 Joker. 6-6, bullet high. 5.
They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards on the game's opening play. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
Hey, lock it.
They'll run on first down. It's Jordan. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Off the play fake. McCollum. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jachai Polite able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Looking to throw. McCollum. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. A good pickup there at 22. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. On second down now, it's Jordan. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, Terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Darnold from the gun. That's complete to John Ross. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, New York.
Time 56. Much 56. Drop deep, check 3.
On first down, Jefferson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. From the 50, it's Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Off of play action, Darnold going deep downfield for Ross. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to let this one go deep, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Ready up.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0. No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
On the double.
53 is the mic. 53. Check 53.
Watch that.
To throw on 2nd down. McCollum. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 11-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble, 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs, because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On second down, it's Jordan, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line.
On third down, Jordan. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. The Colts on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, McCollum. It's caught, Shepard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Switch.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll run here with Mack. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Marlon Mack, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Darnold, this is hauled in by Deontay Burnett, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
56, right there, 56.
They'll run on first down. Jefferson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Darnold completes it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On first down, Jefferson. He's able to get 6, a nice pickup down to the 21.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down now, Jefferson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping. Darnold, he lost the football, and the Colts pick it up. And the return will stop right around the 25.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McCollum. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go.
The The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are once again going to retake the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Darnold. It's caught by Randall. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. In for the score as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting in a field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Hey, you. Go.
On 1st down, McCollum. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Herndon's got it complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because Now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. On second down, Michel. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Darnold on first down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. John Ross, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Mark that down as a punt return of 78 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Right there in the middle, 55.
Back to the air on second down. McCollum. It's hauled in by Shepard. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, McCollum. And this is Shepard on the catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. McCollum. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Quinnen Williams drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's just me and you.
Darnold down to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for, and it's 3rd down.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Darnold. To Michel on the screen. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Darnold now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On 2nd down, Jefferson.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Off play action. McCollum. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, but it's going to be 2nd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Hey, Charlie!
On 1st and 10, McCollum looking for Shepard deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, that turnover might just about do it here. Fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. Had to be frustrated because of what's happened during the game. Has to feel a lot better after that run.
50's the mine. I'm coming for you. Mine.
On second down now, Jefferson. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Check. Crunch. Man, 80. Check.
Throwing here on third down. Darnold steps away to his left. And this one complete to Burnett. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 30. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. On second down, Jefferson, and shedding his way forward. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out? And got his man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10.
53's mine. Check. 50.
Get it.
Operating from the gun. McCollum. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
They'll try and throw for it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. The Jets on third down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now Darnold. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And again this time to the tailback. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Jets on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
15, 15. Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
On second down now, Michel. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 13-yard line.
Darnold is going to take a knee, and that should just about do it.
And with that kneel down at the end of the game, partner, they now get to 3-1. This is a good football team we saw in this game.
It is indeed getting to 2 games above 500, and I know early on, while they said they wanted to win every game, they thought they would be solid with a 3-1 start, and here they are.
Yeah, you break your schedule up almost into quarters, every 4 games, and assess 3-1. Any team would take that.
Well, I know at points of this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Jets, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sport.